than Hazrat Ibrahim, better than Hazrat Isa. Because they say we don't need shafaat of Prophet. So only us and Allah. And some people in Tarikat believing that to our Shaykh is just there to guide. That he's going to leave you alone and you walk your way. Do we ever leave our Prophet? No. How can we leave those ones who are representing him? Guide to where? Is our journey ever ending? Our journey is never ending. You say you don't need to guide after a certain way, you don't need it. Here you do. Because we need a guide here on earth. We need a guide in the grave. We need a guide on the day of judgment. If you enter into paradise too, you need a guide. Do you know, if I tell you, go to America, you're going to find a dergah here. Without a map, without someone to call, without someone to show you, without a guide, would you know where it is? It's just one continent. So you go to paradise. Do you know what your address is? Do you know where? If you enter in the wrong way, wrong paradise, you'll be punished. It's not yours. We were just speaking today too. Tarikat is perfection of manners. Manners. If people are making mistakes because they are weak here and there, it's easy for Allah to forgive. Because of the weakness, it is easy for Prophet ﷺ to offer the shafaat. It is easy for our Shaykh to intercede for us. But if a person does not have manners, it's very difficult. We were just speaking a little bit today. Tarikat is to teach you manners. And manners, what is manners? Manners is knowing what is Allah's rights and what is your rights. Meaning, what is Allah's rights? What is the Prophet's right? What are others' rights? What is their right? For that time, for that situation, for that country, for that gathering, what is their right? In the old days, people will not even step into someone's land without their permission. And if they have to cross from their place to another place, someone's land, like Shaykh and his mother, I didn't mention that. Shaykh and his mother, Shaykh is saying they will pass the elderly people that they spend their whole lives and generations just studying manners and becoming very strong with manners. That time your heart opens, Allah will be your teacher. You don't need to read books. You know what manners is. Manners, it'll bring you to divine presence. Allah will not want anything else from us. You cannot bring anything to divine presence. He's not going to ask you your ibadat. He's not going to ask you your lineage. He's not going to ask you anything. But he's going to see what are the manners. If you have the proper manners, you may enter. We just mentioned that. The manners in divine presence is only Allah exists. That is the manners. So in the old days, they are walking to other people's land, like Shaykh Efendi's mother. May Allah grant her more health, inshallah. When she would pass, after she passed over to her own land or public land, she will take her shoes, take it off, and she would hit it together so that all the earth goes back into the land where it's supposed to be. That she is not taking the right of that person's land with her. How else are you going to treat your neighbors properly. And what is neighbor in Islam? 40 houses to the east, 40 houses to the west, 40 houses to the north, 40 houses to the south, 40 houses. Every direction, those are your neighbors, and the rights of the neighbors in Islam. It is so great that the Prophet ﷺ said, I thought the rights of my neighbors is going to be much higher than the rights of my own family. We're trying to build that neighborhood here. We're trying to have that spirit of what it means to be a Muslim neighbor. When there was an empire, it was very easy. When there was a Khilafat, it was very easy. When there were people that, as the years go, their knowledge and their adab increase yearly, it was easy. Now it is impossible. It is very difficult. But we are here and we are trying. Today, like I said, nobody thinks twice. Oh, they go on the road. Oh, you make the wrong turn. You enter into someone's driveway and you just make a turnaround. So what? Within Tarikat, you don't understand. So many of us, I'm speaking from very simple language, very simple examples. You're filling up your gas in the gas station, no? American style, you fill it up, you go to the store. You buy things you don't need, chips and mips and soda and moda and everything, and you come back while there's a line waiting. Oh, it's there. Take it out, you finish and you drive off. This is an action Shaykh Efendi really does not like. This is, adab is a feeling, a sensibility. Because we explain, everyone understands, correct? Oh yeah. Of course, I don't like it when I'm behind and I see a car in front, the driver is not there. He's busy doing what else in the convenience store, and his car is just idling there. They finish, gas is done, the pumping is done, but he's just sitting there while we wait for him to come back. Rights. Muslims used to have the most beautiful of manners because we're following the most beautiful of the mankind, the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That Allah says, I've taught him. He is of a tremendous character. That Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, my Lord has taught me the most beautiful manners. That once upon a time, not too long ago, Christians look at the Ottomans and say, why don't Christians become more like these Muslims? They are so sober, they are so wise, they have such good manners, they don't get so dramatic, they don't get so emotional. They understand, and they are kind people. Now there are more Muslims, billions coming. Everyone very proud to say there are more Muslims. More everything. More money, more power, more everything. But Islam, yo. Manners, no, it's not there. It's finished. This is what we're trying to build here. So you don't watch what you speak. You don't watch what you see. You don't watch what you say. You don't watch what you hear. With that, what kind of fasting we're doing? If you don't watch the manners in the month of Ramazan, what kind of fasting you're doing? Fasting of just staying hungry and being thirsty. That hadith is for us, it's not for other people. We should watch. Otherwise, that hadith applies to us, that all we get from our fasting is just hunger and thirst. All we get from Qiyamul Layl, I'm going to maybe worship a little bit. It's nothing but just tiredness. Because manners, it separates the believer from the unbelievers. It separates the believers from the hypocrites. This is what we're trying to learn here, and we must learn. In such a holy night like this, we're asking Allah to increase our manners, increase our intelligence, to take away ghaflat from us, to put the fear of Allah in our hearts, to take out the fear of the unbelievers and the fear of this dunya and the tyrants, for us to live clean and to die clean, inshallah. Fatiha.